Hi everyone, my name is Meredith Garrison and I'm an instructor at Sora Aerial Arts and New Revolution Dance Studio in Kentucky. I am here to help you work on your chest dance today. We're going to be working a lot in our back. This is going to be a little bit shorter video that you could do before you have to do some kind of back bending for a routine, if you're backstage or something like that. Or just need to warm up before your practice. If you can get to your dance studio, gymnastics studio, cheer practice, or something else, maybe 30 minutes early, you could warm this up and be ready to go. So, today we are going to be using 2 blocks, and I am also going to briefly use this band. This band is not too stiff or difficult to use. You can also use the loop bands that I recommend. So we will go ahead and get started. Let me turn on just a teeny bit of music. Make sure you have some water ready because we are going to start with a little bit of cardio and exercise. We're going to do each exercise for 1 minute to get nice and warm. Then we're going to do some quick back bending. So, we pull up our music. What we were going to do first is called Dead Bugs. This is just an exercise that we're going to do for a full minute. So I'm going to start a timer. And this exercise is where we're going to lay on our back. I want to put my knees up. I don't want them to be too close, and I don't want them to be too far away. Right above my hips. Next, I'm going to lay my head down in the floor and make sure my back has no arch in it. So I don't want to be able to put my hand under it. That's not good. So I'm going to tuck my pelvis and squeeze so that my core is engaged. Then we're going to do opposite hand and leg down and up. They're not going to touch the floor. They're going to barely hover over the floor, so I'm not touching. I'm going right over the floor. All right, here is our full minute. Opposite, opposite. Make sure you keep tucking and you're not letting your pelvis or your back come up off the ground. Keep going. You should feel a tiny stretch in your leg as you lower your leg to the floor. You can go slow. Keep making sure we're pressing that back into the floor. Feel our tummy engaged. When I say engaged, it might start to hurt just a little bit. Perfect. That was a full minute. The next thing that we're going to do for a minute is to go onto our hands and knees, and we're going to go up, in, up, tap. And you can either tap by tapping to the side or tapping overhead. So one is a little bit more of a harder exercise to tap overhead. But let's try it. So we go out, in, out, tap, switch, out, in, out, tap, switch, out, in, out, tap, out, in, out, tap, out, in, out, tap, out, in, out, tap, out, in, out, tap. Keep going. You might add a little bit more flexibility to it, but you don't have to go crazy. It's just the beginning of our workout. And that's it. All right, our next exercise is that we are going to hold a 1-minute plank. You can shift from side to side if you need a little extra. You can also tap shoulders and lift your legs if you need a little extra, or you can just hold it. We're at 44 seconds left on the clock. Press up, don't sink, press. And don't get your booty too high. We want to drop it down. Keep going. Maybe add in some shoulder taps. And we're done. Good job. All right, the last thing that we're going to do is 1 minute of toes in the ceiling. You can bend your knees, and we're just going to lift our knees and our butt off the ground. One way to make this a little harder is to take a block, put it underneath your lower back, and then you're arching and lifting. So that's what I'm going to do for this full minute. We should really start to feel our lower tummy, our lower core start to burn. Here we go. There's our 1 minute. Up and down. $40 more seconds. I already start to feel the burn. We're also warming up our lower back from this exercise. Might start to feel your whole core engage. That's good. Breathe the whole time. Good job. All right, so that's kind of our quick little warm-up. Next thing that we're going to do is go into our down dog and do 10 kicks on each side. We're going to do them nice and slow. Notice that I'm not opening my body, but my belly button and my hips are facing the floor. Both shoulders are facing the floor, and I'm not twisting. All right, let's do the other side. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now that we've got that down, we're going to go into a lunge. Now I'm going to sit up tall, and I'm going to arch my back, pull up. Arch my back, pull up. I'm just going to do 10 of these, go kind of slow. Squeeze your glute. This is your glute, squeeze it. 9, 10. Other side. Here we go, squeeze. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, now we're going to start getting a little bit more into our back. You can do this without blocks, but it definitely helps to have them. I'm going to stack my blocks like this. Now I'm going to set those blocks onto my mat. I'm going to sit on the blocks with each knee over the top and my toes tucked under my heels. So I can sit my booty down right on this block. Now, instead of letting my legs open to the side, I'm going to try to squeeze them into the block. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach down. We're going to reach to the side and arch back, keeping yourself seated on the block. You can hold your heels. Reach the other way and come down. Let's do it again. Reach to the side, stay seated. Reach your chest up to the ceiling as you arch your back. So I'm not leaning backward. I'm seated up really tall and I'm arching. All right, we're actually going to go the other way now. One more time. Down, side, arch back, side, and up. Good. All right, you can move those blocks out of your way. We're going to go down to our belly. You can just put them in front of you for now because we'll come back to them. I'm going to set my timer for 1 more minute, and we are going to do 30 seconds of back raises and then 30 seconds of leg lifts. The further together your legs are, the harder this is going to be. We want to lift our legs in the back with no bend. Here we go. Arching back. Making sure our back is nice and warm. Seven more seconds. Now we're going to do legs. Squeeze your booty to lift your legs up. Eight more seconds. Good job. All right, now that our back is pretty warm, we're gonna go into our low cobra. We've done this one before. We're going to push away and pull down. Push. Now I'm pulling with my hands without moving them. I'm keeping my shoulders in place and squeezing my glutes as I push back, relaxing as I pull forward. Now I'll go up a little higher. Same thing. Just a couple more. Now I'm going to reach up even higher and just arch back as far as I can. Now what we're going to do is from our high cobra, I'm going to reach my hand around and tap my foot like this. We're going to go to either side. I'm kind of giving myself a little twist and I'm flexing my foot. My palm is facing the ceiling like I'm going to give the ceiling a high five. Now, I want you to grab around your toes and lift your elbow to the ceiling. Stay holding onto your toes. You can keep them flexed. Hold it. If you can, put your other hand up. And come down. Now try it on the other side. Flex the foot. Take the hand around. See, it's not on the inside, it's on the outside. Grab the toes. Push up to swing your elbow around. Try this a couple times until you get it. Then if you want to grab both feet, you can. Breathe. And down. All right. Stretch that out. We're going to stretch out our necks a little bit. Put your block on the floor. And keeping our knees right underneath our hips, not too forward, not too far back. We're going to stretch our necks. My chest is on the floor, my chin is on the block. Just breathe here. All right. Now we're going to work on a little bit more on our chest stance than we did in our last video. I'm going to stack my blocks and we're going to do the exercise where we lay our hips down on the block like this. You can either go short waist if you're short or long waist if you're a little bit taller. As a grown-up adult person, I'm going to go long waist. Chin on the ground, chest on the ground, belly button off the ground, off the block. Grab around your blocks, lift up. And down. Squeeze your core so you don't hurt yourself on the block. 2 more. And 1 more. Woo. All right. In one of our last videos, I talked about how there's several different ways to get into a chest stand. Today, we are going to, instead of doing hands here, we're going to do hands here. So I am going to put my hands about shoulder width apart a little bit further. I'm actually going to scoot back. I'm going to put my chin onto the ground and see my booty is in the air. I'm going to walk myself up as far as I can. Now I'm going to go up onto my feet. Lift one leg, and I'm just going to try to pop that leg up. Breathe. And when you're ready, come back out. It's not a big kick. Go into your highest extension. Stretch your legs up as high as you can. Then lift into it. This is more like a balance and less of a momentum way to get into your chest stand. It's also a nice way to get into a split. My hands are right by my shoulders. Your fingertips might actually be right underneath your shoulders a little bit. You don't want that to happen too much. You want your shoulders to be able to be on the ground, so pull your hands back just a little bit. And try one more time. Chest on the ground, push up, lift. And see if you can hold it. All right. This is a really nice way to warm up your back. We're going to have some more videos in the future working on back bending, but the last thing I want to say is keep practicing. I usually do 3 to 4 chest stands before my feet even touch the ground. Even though I am flexible enough for my feet to touch the ground, I try to take it nice and slow so that I don't hurt my back and that I don't hurt my head by stopping breathing. So I want to keep it going without going too far into my chest stand. And then I'll touch the floor, and then maybe after 5 to 10 chest stands, I can straighten my legs all the way. So I really build myself up into it. Before you finish up, do some core. My favorite exercise to do after we do chest stands is to rock back into my plow pose and try to tuck my knees to the floor, to my face. This helps stretch out your spine the opposite way so that you don't feel too sore later on or the next day. Then you can try to slide out of it with straight legs. All right, I hope that this video helped you get nice and warmed up for any kind of exercise you need to do. It's a nice fast warm-up that doesn't require too much time, so you could do it before you go on stage or before you go to a competition. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.